Good afternoon, everybody. How is everybody doing today on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon? Markets have been pretty crazy in the last couple of hours. We've seen dips on GBP pairs, on Euro pairs. We saw Nasdaq take a little bit of a dip. BTC at the moment is having a little rally on the 5-second. How's everyone doing today? Omar Kasim. Good afternoon, my brother. What's going on, Ollie? What's up, my brother? How's everyone doing? You guys been doing well? Do people trade GBP and scalpx? I do, indeed. Ready to learn. I longed for 2-1 with King. Do I put stops at B? What is your TP? You longed for a 2-1.
4215.
Huh?
4215.
On?
Gold.
402. This. When? Here.
21, yeah.
What is this?
A long.
No, I'm saying this. Was this random position or what?
It's a gold position.
This position.
Yeah.
Nice.
The TV is
What about Nas? Nas?
Nasdaq took us out. We gonna re-enter in New York Open.
Gold got stopped. I'm not sure. I don't know. I wasn't on that stream, so I'm not entirely sure. Gold got stopped or no? No. Okay, guys. So let's look at Forex Factory. Let's look what's going on this week. So we have HPI on USD. We have S&P Composite. We have CB Consumer Confidence today. So nothing too hectic. Then tomorrow we have FOMC press conference, federal funds rate, and the FOMC statement at 8 p.m. So market is most likely going to be pretty slow. It looks like we're gearing up at the moment for FOMC tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we have quite a lot of news on the GBP. We have official bank rate, monetary policy statement. We have the BOE government Bailey speaking. We have the advance on GDP. We have core PCE price index, unemployment claims. So quite a lot on Thursday. And then on Friday, we also have quite a lot of news. We have employment cost index. We have a lot of news on the JPY. Euro is looking pretty calm. We have core CPI flash estimate. And then at around 4 p.m. on Friday, we have our revised UM consumer settlement and our revised UM inflation expectations. So, King, is the NAS still valid or no? No, I'm assuming.
So we're gonna re-enter New York Open.
We're going to look for a long New York Open. I think Nas is going to have quite a nice rally. Smash the like to help the algo drive more traffic here. 100%, brother. Smash the like button if you guys haven't already on your way in. And then let's see what's going on Forex. Let's see. In the last hour, we've had 43k short liquidations. Wait, let me just read this. Yeah, so 43k short liquidations, 12k long, 275 short and 670 long. And then in the last 24 hours, we've had 12.3 million and short and 80 long. We've been quite bearish in the last 24 hours, to be fair. It seems like BTC is having a nice little comeback at the moment. We're testing the 200 MA on the 4 hours, so we're bound to see a little bit of a push to the upside. But I still do think BTC is quite bearish. So let's look over what we have entered today. So GBPUSD, I was looking for a short. We haven't achieved that yet. We may achieve it in the New York session at around 1.33120. That's why I'm still looking to short. Then I'll show you guys why. So I've got my 38 fib. So it was here, so now it's extended. We're looking for around, I still want 1.33120. This was my original position. And then we've also got our 100 level just above. So it's looking pretty good. If we go to the 15-minute time frame, we've got our 200 MA transacting pretty close. I've set a limit on GBPUSD. Nice, brother. So it looks like GBPUSD is making a little bit of a rally to the upside. So hopefully we can get in our position once New York opens and we can ride it nicely to the downside. My TP is sitting at around 1.3260. 𝗙𝗔𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗘𝗄𝗏, what is the movement for the day on GBPUSD? I know we have filled the gap, I think 69. So we've moved around 50% of our price movement for the day. So I will say if we get into GU, we can look for around a 1:3. That would be not a problem. 1:3, I would say. Yeah. Then on Euro, I was looking for shorts earlier. I did take a short at around 6 this morning. And I got around a 1:3.9, 1:4 before I closed. And then my second position was sitting at around a 1.13825. That's where my second short was looking. But I'm already out of Euro, so I'm not looking to short it again. GJ gave us quite a nice short, to be very honest with you guys. We entered... My entry was... So we got in around here at, I think it was 880. Yeah, 886. And then we got around a 1:2. 1:3 when I closed around 75% of my position, and then we got stopped out break even back at entry about 15-20 minutes ago. So that was a nice 1:3 we caught on GJ, pretty clean. GA I'm still looking for long. Unfortunately, it looks like we won't be transacting back to the downside. My long entry was around 1.90311. That's what I'm looking for on GA, but it looks like GA hasn't really done much today. I would say that I were in a short on GJ, buy 𝗙𝗔𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗏, give long, then I get out on BE. Huh? Mm-hmm. So you were in a short and a long. I see. Interesting. You must have gotten the short from 𝗙𝗔𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗏 on the stream, maybe. You gave a short on the stream. Oh, okay. Or long.
Long.
Yeah, long. BTC 𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗏 will run you over. And where is NASDAQ? NASDAQ is gone. Why is my NASDAQ gone? My NASI. It's gone. Interesting. So NASDAQ, earlier on this morning, I was looking for a NASDAQ long at around 27,674. Never really gave it to me, unfortunately. But at the moment, we're looking pretty bullish on NASDAQ. Can you give me the price movement for NASDAQ? Is around 648. So NASDAQ. When does our 4 hour close? in the next, okay. So Nasdaq, I think we can look for a long pretty soon, to be honest with you. Let's just delete this. What I will do on Nasdaq is, it looks like we're going to break the 50 MA. Let's wait for New York Open, and what we can do is look for a long around either, where's our 200 MA at the moment? It's quite high. So what we can do is we can look for a long at around the 38 level. I think would be quite clean. We can have our 56 pip stop, and then we can maybe aim for the 200 MA at around 28. Yeah, I would say we can aim for, yeah, around 28,000 would be quite a nice level for Nasdaq to go to today. I think we will fill this wickless candle to the downside. What are your thoughts on Nasdaq? You also looking for a long?
Yeah.
Where are you looking for a long, King Azuli the 15th?
Waiting for 15-minute candle to the downside, and then we ride it up.
Nice. It seems like BTC is rolling over a little bit on the 5 second. BTC, yeah, it's not really doing much. What are your thoughts on BTC at the moment? Are you looking for any entries or not? Are you not that interested?
I gave them this morning the breakdown of
BTC.
Yeah.
Nice. You were talking about GA. Is it a limit or what? I genuinely said, I just said that I'm not going to take GA because it looks like we won't come to entry. Afternoon, guys. Please explain your weekly momentum line. Last week's 50%. Is that correct? And the TP price is monthly high.
Mm-hmm.
They're asking you to explain your 50% momentum.
For which one?
Son of Baker's asking, is everything alright, my king?
Which one is it? The momentum line for which currency?
I'm not. I think BTC. I'm assuming. Do you have BTC positions that you're looking for? So Thomas and King, do you think? Oh, do you think?
So guys, I've given you the entry over here. I gave you the two different scenarios on BTC. For those of you that watched the video and follows me on X, I've told you guys we're gonna wait for retracement here. I put the entry here. I gave you the numbers. I went over it like 5 times. I told you we're gonna go long here. Second choice is over here. Other than that, we're gonna go lower. This is the momentum line for the week, 65,500. The target already hit. That's why we going long. That's why we went short over here, because the target been hit and we will extend it for the day. All right. So that's what I'm looking for on BTC. Plus, the question is the DXY gonna continue, or we're gonna end up adjusting this line and DXY will pull back, which mean BTC is gonna go up a bit. All right. This goes down, BTC goes up. If this goes up here, BTC will go lower, and then it will go to our second area of interest, which is over here. And I'm targeting a very high risk to reward. So it's very simple. You guys should go and watch the live stream that I did this morning. I don't explain it for nothing, and I don't put my balls on the line here for nothing. So you guys go watch it, and there's a lot of education that I put in there also. Like if I ask of you guys, what is the inside bar candle? Probably most of you don't, because you know what, you hop on a live stream, you watch it, and then that's it. You call it a day. You don't even go back, take notes and all of that. We're doing this for a reason. Otherwise, I would have just come on for 10 minutes and be like, guys, buy here, sell here, or this is my orders for the day, and voila, I'm gone. You know, if you guys want that, you're more than welcome. We can do that. It will make our life easier. But then we push to add more education on here. On gold, this is the entry I put for you guys this morning. I said we're gonna wait for the area to get there. We're still waiting. For those of you that got in, perfect. Why not? Go break even. Alright, if it goes lower, we can scale in. So for gold, that's what I'm expecting. And look at the risk to reward on gold. We're looking at 1 to 26. So it all comes down. We're gonna see a pullback here because we have this weak fill over here, which is very powerful thing to do. If you draw a high on here, you will see that the bodies of the candles, it closed just on there. So therefore we're gonna see a pullback, but I would love to see this one goes up and then boom, we push to the downside. Either way, we are prepared for that. So BTC, we hit the 200 MA, we've done everything. I've explained to you guys about all of these, what's going on here, about this candle of interest. I told you over here, we're still waiting. Nasdaq decided to come and take us out. I entered around there, came, it stopped us out, so I'm gonna re-enter again. We have the direction right. We were just a bit early in the market.
Yeah, I'm thinking of long yet on that MA. I'll long it now when New York opens. You're long in the next like 11 minutes.
It's on this channel. The video is on this channel. I did the live this morning. The momentum line, I'm not gonna share it with you guys. I told you, we're preparing for you guys on how to get the momentum line. It's the whole procedure to get the momentum line. Is not just an easy thing. It's a whole procedure, guys. It's using numbers, it's using Fibonacci's and all of that. You don't just go and plot on any line. You don't just go and plot on any take profit. So we're preparing for you guys a workshop, 3 days, and then we're gonna give you all of the tools that we're using. Basically, it's gonna be like a course, but it's not a course, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be for free. So we're busy preparing for you guys. We're just waiting for FlowX to get released, and after that we can start rocking and rolling. FlowX should be released on the 1st of August. So I'll be back on the 10th. I'm gonna be on holiday for 10 days, and then I'll be back on the 10th, and then we can take it from there, boys.
Okay, guys, so at the moment we are just looking at GU is coming quite close to our entry. I'll keep my limit just because I'm already up 9 or 10% on GJ. So GU, I'll keep the limit and I'll just risk around 1 to 3% and then call it a day once GU triggers. I think Nasdaq, we can get another long, as King Azuli and I have just spoken about. What I'm most likely to look at is probably this 38. It's looking quite nice. So yeah, I would say either the 38 level. It seems like we're breaking now to the upside on Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also pretty bullish. I've been looking for a long on Nasdaq. Unfortunately, we did just miss the short yesterday on Nasdaq, where we had an absolute dump to the downside. But Nasdaq is gearing up. You must remember that when we have candles like this to the downside, we will fill all of these 4-hour candles to the downside in the next couple of days. I think that if we do get into Nasdaq long soon, we will have the opportunity to catch quite a nice one all the way to the upside. Luckily also Nasdaq there's no fees because it's an indice. I think on UBIT and Bybit there are some fees. I'm not entirely sure. I know for Counterwise, the platform that we use on the daily, there won't be any fees, so we should be good there. Are you gonna go get that? You're gonna go get it quickly? Yeah. So yeah, I think Nasdaq is gearing up for long. What have you guys been trading? Let me know how many of you guys got into GJ and caught a decent amount of profit. Nasdaq is shaping up for a long, so hopefully we can go 2 for 2 today. Unfortunately, I didn't get to send that euro trade this morning. I was marking out quite a lot this morning when I first got in, and then euro kind of just ran away with it. Didn't give me the opportunity to send it quick enough. I only trade BTC, but I've been wanting to look into the CFDs too. I would recommend it. At the moment, I'm absolutely smashing Nasdaq. I think we are. Yeah, we must be up a decent amount on Nasdaq in the last couple of weeks. I think we must be at least 10 for 10 or like more maybe. I'm not sure. I think it might even be like 15 for 15. I don't even know. You guys would know. We've been smashing Nasdaq. We have been smashing that baby. No problem. 𝗙𝗔𝗍𝗍, are you still looking for that that long on GBP and ZD? This guy wants you to explain it. I've been following you for a week and I'm in the Discord, but I don't follow your trades. I'm here to learn, just to follow, not just to follow. Once I understand it a bit more, I'll start pushing buttons. Yeah, up to you, brother. Up to you.
Did you send them this?
No. I didn't plot that. No, we're not setting a limit on Nasdaq. We wait for New York open in 5 minutes.
If we didn't get in here, we'll just wait then. We'll just wait to get a lower entry. Just wait to get a lower entry on that.
Okay, so New York open in 5 minutes. What else would you guys like me to go over? We've gone through it pretty much everything. I've seen it. I have a phone charger. Pass me it. 𝗙𝗔𝗍𝗍.
What's wrong? What?
The phone charger in the front. I think there's an Apple charger. interesting.
Alright, so we get in the Nasdaq entries come in. It's pushing DXY, pushing to the downside. BTC pushing lower. Nice. Okay, beautiful. Okay, let's see what we got on BTC, guys. The question is, are we going to retest the 200 MA or not? Okay, Nasdaq coming to your entry, Thomas.
Yeah, I'm waiting for New York.
What about head and shoulders, Thomas?
No, I'm waiting for New York. Once New York.
Okay, so guys, he's waiting for New York. We're not gonna use this yet.
No, that's just where I would like to enter. Do you think downside for you still? Do you think downside for you still, or up from the daily low? Well, to be honest with you, this is what I see on EU. If I'll show you now quickly. So EU, I was in shorts. Okay, for example, I was in shorts from around 133, so 1.13730. What I see EU going a little bit lower. To be honest with you, I would say EU could go as low as 1.12600, 1.12700. But if we start transacting to the upside from here, yes, same. I'm holding from the same position. Nice, bro. Nice. Does gold pump with NAS or not related? Okay.
Not really, not
Yeah.
NAS is based on base performing companies. Gold is versus the dollar is completely different.
So it looks like we testing the what I will do. So it looks like before New York Open, we are breaking that 38 level, which means our next stop is most likely going to be the 61.8 or the 50%. But the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is this big 15-minute candle to the upside. Have we filled this yet? No. Okay, so New York just opened. So we can look for a long, I would say, at the around 27. Huh?
Is there Nasdaq on?
Yeah, I think so. Just search NAS.
Is it this one?
XY. Yeah, it must be. What's the level right now? 27? 796. Yeah, it's like 20 pips behind. Yeah, guys, hit the like button if you haven't already. Let's check Nasdaq on the 4 hour. Yeah, so around the 50% of this candle. But what do you think, King? Do you think we could come as low as 27,700 and then look to bounce? To come full this wickless candle over here?
I don't think so, to be honest. It's possible, but if it does that, it's gonna go lower.
So we haven't entered just yet on Nasdaq. I think what I will do on Nasdaq, to be honest with you, is I do want to enter on the 50% here, which is exactly where I'm sitting right now. So I'll wait for either this candle to give us an engulfing, or yeah, it is a risky one, to be honest with you. I don't really like how we've broken this 50 MA, so I would rather wait for a green candle to be printed and then us look for the 50% level. But until then, I would rather just stay out of this, to be honest with you. I won't get into a long. And if I do get into a long before that, maybe here. But it looks like we've broken the 50 MA. I would say it's very, very risky to get into any NAS longs now, to be honest with you guys. Not loving it. Not loving it at all. GU, what's we doing? Coming up to entry, EU, GJ. GJ has come now to that 200 MA, which is quite nice. We're probably going to see a sharp pullback. One thing that I will say is if you look at these 4-hour candles on GBPUSD right now, we've tested this 4-hour candle now 1, 2, 3 times, and we've both for the last 12 hours in this range closed below 1.335500. So to be honest with you, that's why I'm still looking to go to the downside. We broke the 200 MA on the 4-hour. We broke the 50 MA on the 4-hour earlier on last week. It's still looking pretty bearish, and I'm still bearish to around 1.32 flat, to be honest with you. We could see a stop at around 1.32400, but I do see GBPUSD keep going to the downside. Yeah. But Nasdaq, to be honest with you, I really just don't see the point of getting into Nasdaq right now. If I'm being 100% honest with you guys. I don't love it. Because if Nasdaq would have still been a nice entry if we got a rejection on the 50% of this 15-minute candle. But if you guys look at the 4-hour, look how these last 2 4-hour candles have been printed. They've basically have just been inside each other, even the last 3. I do see Nasdaq though in the next couple of days going up to around 28,000. But I just don't see a good entry here. Unless we enter at the bottom here at around 27, what's that, 27,680. That's the only place I would honestly get into Nasdaq. But
what about previous leg Fibonacci?
Well, yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
So what, 27,630?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we could. Could be a bouncer. Could be a bounce. I'm not loving it though, to be honest with you, Nasdaq right now. I'm really not. $78, we're seeing a little bit of rejection. Let's just go check out the other pairs. GU. DXY, we're also seeing quite a rejection from around 101,650. I think if we hold below around 101,660, we will see DXY transact a little bit lower today, maybe to around 101,400, 101,550, or 101,400, 101,450. But at the moment, DXY is quite bearish, which means that the XY is bearish. I don't see the reason for Nasdaq to keep transacting lower. But Nasdaq seems like this baby. Just short this baby, and you just keep shorting it, and you just keep shorting Nasdaq. But yeah, to be honest with you, I don't think I will be getting into Nasdaq today. I don't see the...
I see negative 27 playing out, to be honest.
Yeah, we can look for that, but I wouldn't force it. I would say if it comes to this level, that's the only level I wouldn't.
I'll have my stops below 618.
That's the only level I would be getting into Nasdaq. If it doesn't come to that, I'm not touching it.
It will come just now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. To be honest with you, I don't love Nasdaq right now. Especially if I look at the last couple of 4 hours, just it looks like we're just gonna keep pumping to the downside. To be very honest with you, I just don't see. I don't see it being worth the risk. What do you think? Huh?
I'll take it, to be honest.
Cool. GA? No. I really wanted to get into long on GA, to be honest with you. It was looking super clean earlier. The market just doesn't look that amazing right now. We look pretty good. All that liquidity to the upside. When is Nas retracing finally? I think we could still get an entry. I can't really. But we still do have
27, 620. That's a good entry.
27, 620.
Yeah.
But your thing is different to mine, so I don't know what level that is for me.
You just go on mine.
You want to enter here? Or here?
Yeah.
You don't want previous leg.
It is previous leg, basically.
Isn't this previous leg?
Yeah, but this was slippage.
Yeah. Nasdaq on that ass crack is rarely being an ass crack.
Okay, I think he's gonna give it to us soon. We're just waiting for the tap into the 618, and then I'm gonna long.
Yeah.
When you're too scared to jump, that is exactly when you jump.
I'm not too scared, I just don't see the point. Take a look on gold. I'm pretty sure 𝗙𝗔𝗧𝗨𝗥 gave you the gold already, or is it coming now back to entry where you wanted to enter?
No, I gave them an area, so we're just waiting on gold.
Okay.
For whoever took it, I told them, you guys go break even.
Yes.
Alright. Hold on steady.
Catching a falling knife. I love it. So we're looking for rejection around 618.
Mm-hmm. At 618.
How big are you gonna have your stops? We could just lower it from 27, to be honest with you. Or do you not think it's gonna pump from there?
Mm-hmm.
I said we could just long it right now.
No, I'll wait.
Maybe the 15-minute engulfing on Nas. Yeah, you can do that if you really want. Where was the actual there? Negative 27. There. How tight are your stops?
65 pips.
The BTC hit.
Okay, nice.
BTC's in, you see?
Nice. Not yet. Almost.
I don't know, where is it? Is it on BTC USD? Huh? Is it on USD or USDT?
BTC USD.
Is it safer to wait for the next 4-hour candle in 18 minutes? We at imaginary support on NAS. We lost the weekly. I shorted NAS hard. Nice, bro. Amazing. Amazing, man. Nasdaq coming to entry. 𝗙𝗍𝗪 logging NAS from 27,620. We just got in. Damn, that 15-minute candle's a scandal. Mamacita. Did you enter it? Hey? Or no?
Put in a buy limit.
But yeah. So if you guys wanted to get into NAS, 𝗙𝗪𝗙𝗪 gave you an entry. It's 27,623. Let's just move. Oh fuck. Let's just move this baby over. There we go. So if you guys want to get into NAS, you can do so now. Guys, longing. Did you long BTC? Did you long BTC?
Yeah.
Nice.
The BTC at 840. Yeah, I gave that limit.
So BTC at, is it 840 or 852?
Well, on breakout is 840.
So 851 limit on BTC. Nasdaq is in. And yeah. I think we've given them everything for today.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Thank you guys.
Okay, cool. Cheers, guys. Great stream today. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.